guys, welcome to Learn with YouTube. This is Crop Production and Management Introduction part. In your earlier classes, you have read about that all living organisms require food. The energy from the food is utilized by organism for carrying out its various life processes such as digestion and etc. Even plants can make its own food, but animals and humans they cannot. So we get food from animals and plants. So food should be provided on a large population. To provide food on large scale, regular production, proper management and distribution is necessary. So what is crop? When same kind of plant is grown on a large scale, it is known as a crop. These crops are classified on the basis of season. So, classification of crops: Kharif crops and Rabi crops. Here are some examples of Kharif crops: rice and corn. And here are Rabi crops: wheat and gram. Kharif crops. So, Kharif crops are grown in rainy season. They are June to September. Example: paddy, maize, rice, corn and etc. So here are some more. Rabi crops. Rabi crops are grown in winter season. They are October to March. And examples of Rabi crops: wheat, gram, pea, mustard and linseed. Here are some more. So beside Kharif crops and Rabi crops, there are one more crop called Zaid crops. They are grown in summer season. They are March to June. Moom, muskmelon, watermelon and etc. Agricultural practices: preparation of soil, sowing, adding manure and fertilizers, irrigation, protecting from weeds, harvesting and storage. These are the process to cultivate a plant. So as we learned in our last video, the first process is preparation of soil. So soil preparation involves tilling or turning and loosening the soil. So here is an image of loosening and turning. So it helps the plant to grow well. So the process of turning and loosening the soil is also known as tilling and ploughing. So it is done by a plough, and after ploughing the soil is leveled by a leveler. And this is an image of a plough, so you can see. So here comes agricultural tools which are used for breaking the soil to the size of the grains, so that we need certain implements to do all the activities. So they are like plough, hoe and cultivator. Let's see one by one. Plough. So plough is a machine which looks like this, and this is used for tilling the soil, adding fertilizer to the soil, removing the weeds, scraping the soil and etc. This implement is made of wood or iron and drawn by a pair of bulls. So let's come to hoe. So hoe similarly looks like a gun. So as you can see, it has grip, handle, bent plate, rod and beam. It is used for removing the weeds and for loosening the soil. So now let's move to cultivator. So cultivator is used with the help of a tractor. So as you can see in the image, so used for ploughing, and it is driven by a tractor, and use of cultivator saves labor and time, and it's a big advantage. So guys, preparation of soil is completed. Now let's move on to the sowing. So sowing is the process of putting seeds in the soil. For sowing, we need to use traditional tools. So traditional tools, the tools you use traditionally for sowing seed is shaped like a funnel. So this is an image of it. There is another called like seed drill used for sowing with the help of tractors. This tool shows the seeds is spread uniformly at proper distance and depth. So this is the image of a seed drill. What are manures and fertilizers? They are the substances which are added to the soil in the form of nutrients to improve the growth of the plants and fertility of the soil. So these are called manure and fertilizers. So here is a picture adding fertilizers. So what is the difference between manure and fertilizers? So there is a big question mark and we will see the answer for it now. So if you differentiate fertilizers and manure, fertilizers are the man-made inorganic salt. If you see manure, they are natural substance from cattle dung or plant resides, and fertilizers are made in factories and manure are made in fields. And fertilizers do not provide humus to the soil, and manure does provide lots of humus to the soil. And fertilizers are rich in plant nutrients and manure are the just opposite, they are just less rich in plant nutrients. So what are the advantages of manure? So it is better than fertilizers, okay? So because it enhances the water holding capacity of the soil and it makes the soil porous and easily exchange gases, and it increases the number of friendly microbes, and it improves the texture of the soil. So these are the advantages of manure. Now let's move on to the irrigation process. So what is irrigation? The supply of water to the crops at regular intervals is called irrigation. So what are the sources of water for irrigation? Well, tube wells, ponds, rivers, lakes, dams and even canals. They are the different sources of irrigation. So as you can see, it is a picture of tube well, and a river. So the traditional methods of irrigation are a moat, it is like a pulley system, and chain pump, and deckley, and then rahat, lever system. And here are the pictures of each one. So that's a chain system, it's a moat, deckley, and it's a rahat. We saw the traditional methods. Now we will see about modern methods of irrigation. There are sprinkler system and drip system. So there is a picture for each one. You can see that. And now let's examine each one. So what is a sprinkler system? Sprinkler irrigation is a method of applying irrigation water which is similar to natural rainfall. Water is distributed through the system of pipes by pumping, and then the water is sprayed using a sprinkler. So what is drip system? So drip irrigation is a technique in which water is applied drop by drop near the plant's root through smaller openings called drippers. So protecting from weeds. So what are weeds? Weeds are the undesirable plants which grow along with the crop. So they are called weeds. So the removal of weeds is known as weeding. And weeding is very necessary to do to protect the plant. So even weeds are controlled by chemicals like 2,4-D. These chemicals are known as weedicides. Weedicides are very dangerous to even humans, and so they are asked to wear a mask and do it carefully. Harvesting. So what is harvesting? The cutting of crop after it is mature is known as harvesting. So as you can see a picture of it, harvesting in our country is either done by sickle, by hand, or by harvester machine. So this is a picture of a sickle. After harvesting, the grains seeds are need to be separated from the chaff with this process called threshing. Threshing is done by combine, which is a harvester and a thresher, and you can see the image of it. Farmers of small holdings land do winnowing to separate grain from chaff. So guys, let me continue with storage in this video itself. Storage. So storing the grains is a very important task. They should be safe from moisture, insects, rats, and microorganisms. Farmers store grains in jute bag or metallic bins. Storing grains in large scale are done in silos and granaries. Storage is completed for us. But one more topic is there, which is called food from animals. So let's go into that. From animals, as we already know that plants and animals provide us food. Just seen that crop production involves various processes like preparation of soil, etc. Similarly, animals are reared have to be provided with proper food and care. This is done on large scale and it is known as animal husbandry. So guys, our lesson crop production and management gets over here. So I hope you know the lesson thoroughly, and in our next video we will see the exercises which are in our book. And our last video for this lesson would be the quiz session, so be ready for it. So if you like this video, do not forget to subscribe our channel and click on the bell button. Learn with YouTube.